All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Market Trading. I'm your host, Vays. Let me adjust the camera again. Happens every time. Every time. Super annoying. Okay. Um, now okay. There we go. All right. And let's go straight to the charts. No announcements. I got a few more days here in Tokyo. And after that, back to the US and then eventually back to Panama. Maybe a week later. Uh, we'll be spend some time in Miami as well, and maybe go up to the woods. We'll see. We'll see where life takes us. Let's go to the charts. A great time out last night. It was a typhoon coming through Tokyo. It wasn't that bad. Like it's normally they're way worse. So I guess I got lucky. Long-term chart. We have the month has ended. It's already the 2nd of June for me. I can't believe it's June already. And the 1st of June, still in the United States. But that also means we have another monthly candle written in. I don't have a monthly chart at the moment, but we can look at my, two potential projections that I did early in the year. And so far, we are perfectly following the purple path. And in that purple path, in May of next year, I still have a dip down to 30,000, which would be interesting if that happens. Man, are people going to be frustrated if Bitcoin is still sitting at 30,000 1 year from today? But by the time we get there, I do think we're going to go up to close to 50 or at least 40. And then people are going to get super frustrated. And then, boom, the liquidity of Bitcoin will disappear. And something's going to happen. Probably with the presidential election in 24, many presidential elections in 24 around the world. And the world's going to change quite a bit going into 2025. So this is kind of my projection. We'll see which way it goes. Weekly chart. Here's the weekly chart. Our week is coming to an end. We are looking at a bearish weekly candle, but it's not that bad. We did not breach the closing low of 2 weeks ago. We did not breach the intra-week low of last week. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me get a water. Hold on a second. Be right back. Hopefully the camera doesn't follow me this time. It is not. Okay. All right. Way better. So the weekly candle is not looking that bad. So far, so good. Guys, this is an incredible consolidation area. I really find it hard to believe that we're going to go significantly lower than these two moving averages. Here's our position on Consensio position chart. And once again, we have a candle that did not breach a new closing low. It did not breach to a new swing low. The moving averages are consolidating. Let's get rid of the price and see what it looks like just on moving averages. That is a very good looking chart, especially if next candle, we get the moving average crossover. I know there are issues with the 3-period moving average crossing below and above the 9-period moving average. But when they do, that is the time to enter your positions. And next candle could be one of those times. So I may be able to enter back into a 100% position at a lower price than I exited the 100% bullish position. So if next candle, or even better, the candle after next candle, we are breaking just $28,000. That is good enough to enter the full-blown 100% bullish position. Let's put the price back in. Because the moment we start trading even above this crossover, it's possible that I could be going back into a 100% bullish position above 27.5. But that would have to happen, next candle. And we still have 3 days to go in current candle. So if current candle continues to consolidate, and keeps us below 27.5. Next candle, so sometime early next week, like Monday or Tuesday, I will be very interested in going back into a 100% bullish position at 27.5 with a very clear stop loss, because at this point, if the price, because the long-term moving average is rising and next candle is going to be up at 26.7, that means the moment the price of Bitcoin goes below 26,000, I might as well exit like 80% of my 100% position. Like, it's going to be that drastic of a difference, because the long-term moving average is the big kahuna here, and being below the long-term moving average makes me exit at least 40%, but possibly up to 60% of my position. And if the long-term moving average starts declining, that's when you better not be in any bullish positions, and potentially even be short. All right, before I go on to the daily chart, there's a free learn trading section on tonevays.com. There's also slightly more advanced educational videos. The Tonevays TA, risk management, are here. Also, the options trading course, I left it at 1,500. It'll be so tough for me to lower that coming for Thanksgiving, but I'll probably end up lowering these a bit. But if you want to support, pick one up now. Also, the MRI indicator, which you constantly see me use. The price on this has been dropping. Used to be 1,000, now it's 400. I'll probably drop it one more time for Thanksgiving. We'll see. Eventually, I'll be giving it away for free, but that will still take years to get there. All right, let me see what's going on in the live chat. Didn't even check. Volume is going down. My volume or volume on or trading volume? Big difference there. 3 in the morning in Scotland. Wow. Yeah, Scotland is, I guess, 7 hours behind me right now. Financial Summit coming to the UAE, November 5 to 10. Come and join us. Incredible event for financial and trading professionals. Unconfiscatable is coming to back to Las Vegas. An awesome event for all things Bitcoin and only Bitcoin. No shitcoining. Just my Twitter. Okay, daily chart. Honestly, daily chart is not interesting at all. I don't even need this line anymore. We're just stuck between these two moving averages. The daily chart can continue to consolidate for a while. It really can. It's not that I'm making this triangle for anything other than things can consolidate for quite a bit. We have so much room between both moving averages. Bitcoin price has just not been moving. The daily chart is just not interesting right now at all. And I don't want these moving averages to cross over. But it's good that the long-term moving average, the 200-day, is getting an opportunity to catch up. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, there's not interesting. Not interesting. 4-hour chart. Oh, coming up on an MRI sell. We had a nice little rally over the last, 24 hours or so. And that rally is coming to an end. Look for a 1 to 4 candle correction, and then probably more upside. GBTC went up a little bit today at the end of the week, and the discount shortened a bit. That's good. Oil is rising. Oh, speaking of oil, let's see what the junkie's done. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. Let's put that right into our spreadsheet. Oh man. Joe, Joe. Not good, Joe. I know you don't know what you're doing, but not good, Joe. You siphoned off 2.5 million barrels. That is actually the second highest total right here. That was the highest total at 0.8% of the supply, almost 1 full percentage point of the strategic reserve. Oh boy. So the data comes out on the 26th. Oh, wow. That's not good. Let's go to the chart. We're going to open the daily chart. The data came out on the 20. This is the data for the 26th. Let's go to oil chart, daily chart. The data comes out on 26. I should start marking these. That's 23, 25, 26 right here. That's the 26th, right? The data comes out for the prior week. The data was just released. The data comes out for the prior week. So right here, the day before, on the 25th, they probably siphoned off the 2 million barrels. So you see the big drop in oil prices right there. I wonder if the headlines still say that the US bought oil. Siphoning off the strategic reserve. I can't wait for the next number. I can't wait for next week's number because I want to know what the hell happened on May 30th and May 31st. And we'll know next release. Let's look at other metrics. Oh, whoa. The hell just happened here? Oh, they changed it to dark mode. Cool. Wow, they redid the site. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of dark mode. Not on charts anyway, not on finance though. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So Thursday's economic data. So oil inventories are up 4 million barrels. Interesting. Not sure how, but okay. ISM manufacturing came in weak. Initial claims. Oh, unemployment. That's the big one, right? Unemployment was this morning. Unemployment came in strong. Non-farm payroll. Unemployment rate came in weak, but payroll came in strong. So next unemployment rate should be decent. Interesting. Average work week is dropping. I wonder if people are sicker due to something we can't say. Okay. So no wonder market was a little bit jittery. Unemployment rate came in a little bit hot. So that means the Fed probably pauses the interest rate because the unemployment is rising. So unemployment rising is very good for the Fed. So the Fed wants maximum unemployment. Apparently, the job of the Fed is no longer to create full employment, is to create maximum unemployment because that means that inflation is going to slow down. It really is insanity. It's like living in clown world or idiocracy. And the financial atmosphere has come around to my position that the Fed is not going to raise rates. And even though the Fed is not going to raise rates, it's very peculiar that the stock market, oh, whoa. I did not know the market did so well today. What a move. Whoa. Hold your horses. Holy shit. Well, you guys know my position on the stock market. I've been bullish on the stock market since October, right here, literally right there. And I was telling people in September, watch October. I saw the monthly MRI buy in October. I saw the weekly MRI buy in October. October is the month where stock market historically reverses the trend from a bear trend to a bullish trend. I have been bullish on the stock market this whole time. I've been talking about it in Twitter Spaces, arguing with all these financial gurus that the stock market is going to go to new all-time highs. And here we are. We are the highest close in the last 12 months has been 42.80.14, and this week 42.82.38. We are at a brand new 12-month high. That is creating the Arun and giving it a 100% a maximum bullish position. This is absolutely incredible. I bet you the oh yeah, the yen. Oh, I should spend my yen soon. Yen might appreciate. MRI. I'll be gone actually. I'm leaving on Monday. It's been good being in Japan. Oh, look at that. The yen tops on an MRI. It's been good in Japan with the weak yen. I want to go to nope, not stocks. Indices. And we'll look at the Dow. The Dow is supposed to be the strongest of the bunch, but it's not. Wow. So the Dow is no longer leading. This is interesting. Super interesting. So look, the Dow is not breaking its 2022 highs. This is the 2022 high. Well, the latter half of 2022. Here's the S&P. Here's the summer of 22, and we are breaking that high. The prior high is in March, but the Dow made its swing high here in November of 22. But the S&P in November of 22 was significantly lower than the summer of 22. Now the S&P is breaking its summer 2022 high. And the Dow is right at its 2022 high, but it's not at the top. But in any case, the Dow is only 8.5% off the all-time high, and the S&P is, let's see, is still 11%. So the Dow is still leading, but the S&P is closing the gap. This is absolutely awesome. Look at that. It's a green star candle, monster breakout. Incredible breakout on the S&P. Oh, almost dropped my camera again. Incredible breakout in the S&P. Definitely proves me right. Can you take a peek at PHP versus the euro? You shouldn't look at anything versus the euro. The euro is a collapsing currency that hasn't realized its inevitability. PHP should be the Philippine peso, right? Do I even have PHP? I should. Yeah. So you never want to take a look at any currency versus the euro unless it's the US dollar. You want to look at the US dollar versus the peso. The peso tops on an MRI top back in October. Didn't really reverse on an MRI buy, but yeah, it's not looking good for the Philippine peso. I mean, I can look at it versus the euro, but it makes no sense. I don't even have that chart saved. And you should look at it as EUR in terms of PHP, not the other way around. Yeah, it's a distorted chart. Like you shouldn't look at, you should never look at it through the lens of the euro. You should always look at it through the lens of the US dollar. US dollar is still king. What about the Russian ruble? That's like one of my most interesting currencies to pay attention to. The Russian ruble is still devaluing this week. Interesting. Very interesting. El Tecalino, very good tequila. Yeah, Fortaleza is hard to find. I actually was at a bar in Hiroshima and they had a Fortaleza. I couldn't believe it. If you're in Miami, go to a bar called Sweet Liberty. They always have Fortaleza. Sweet Liberty in Miami. There are huge differences between 2019 and now. Tone, fix the price, please. Yeah, I'm trying. Bitcoin doesn't listen to me all the time. Yeah, I'm still concerned about the Indian rupee. All right. Anything else we need to look at? Natural gas, maybe? Ugh. Yeah, that's a little strange. I didn't expect that this week from natural gas. Something's off on natural gas. I still can't believe they're draining oil like drunken sailors. Incredible. An election year is next year. See, this is the kind of shit I expected to happen next year, not this year. But next year, you're going to see this stuff coming in red, like bright red. Remember, it's not going to take, if he depletes 7 million barrels, this is going to be over 2%. I'm going to need like a darker red color. Like, look, right here, this clown going into the election depleted the oil reserve by 1.9%. And here, 185, right? So if he, look at that, 7.5 million barrels, 8 million barrels, 8 million barrels, 7.5 million barrels. If he does this again, if he depletes the oil reserve one more time by 7 million barrels, right? This number minus 7.5 million barrels, which he has done on several occasions, right? Look at this. Look at that. If he does it again, if he depletes the reserve during the election phase next year by 7.5 million barrels, the way he did here, 7.7, 7.2, this is all going into the election. Look at this. Look at these numbers. This is starting in the summer, right? The election's in October. And what a surprise. After the election, they stopped. So here, in the final months leading up to the election, in September and October, well, the election was November, right? So in the most critical months of September and October, he's depleting 7.5 million barrels, 8.5 million barrels, 7 million barrels, 4.5, not sure what happened there, 6, and then 7.5 again. If he does this again, he's going to put us at over 2% withdrawal of the strategic reserve in a single month. There's no emergency. There's no national emergency here. You know, Germany didn't blow up American pipes. It's the other way around. There's no emergency to use the reserve. There's no Sandy. There's no Katrina. No one's attacking the US except a few balloons. This is insane. It's just insane. If US is the next exporter of oil, why do they need reserve? Well, I just said why they need reserve, right? Katrina, Sandy, uh, which hurricane just hit Miami that the rest of America didn't give a shit about, because it's Florida and the country hates Florida for their freedom, basically. Remember when George Bush said they hate us for our freedom? Well, all of America hates Florida for their freedom ever since COVID, right? That's what it's for. Um, what if the US, what if China starts putting military bases in Canada and Mexico, and suddenly US is at a real war with China, uh, and China is bombing US uh, piping infrastructure, right? Like I said, imagine Germany decides to retaliate, which will never happen, but if Germany decides to blow up one of US pipelines, that's what the strategic reserve is for. It's not whether your country is an exporter or importer. It's to prevent crazy fluctuations in the price of oil and gasoline in the country during time of emergency. Why are they releasing it now if we are an oil exporter? They're releasing it now to make it look like inflation is not a problem. They're releasing it now to drop the price of gasoline at the pump. They're releasing it for political reasons and not, natural disasters or military emergency. Like this strategic oil reserve is primarily for two reasons: military emergency and natural disaster emergency. Neither of which is happening right now, and yet the oil reserve is being depleted. All right, looking at your live chat, guys. Thoughts on uranium? I don't really have many thoughts on uranium. Gold. I think I'm, bullish on gold. I did get some fundamental information recently that makes me less bullish on gold, but the charts are bullish on gold, and we're chartists on this channel. Sectors. One of these is uranium, no? No, I think it's in my subsector, maybe? What is this? No, it's cannabis. And these are banks. Commodities. Oh, it's in commodities. It's one of these things. That's probably uranium. Oh, well, I was gonna say I'm bullish, but not anymore. MRI sell. Look what happened on the last MRI. That didn't work out very well for uranium bulls. And we have one more. Won't be as catastrophic, of course, but I wouldn't go into uranium right now. Wouldn't go into uranium right now. All right. I think I'm going to get going. Though, you know what? Let's look at a couple of stocks, only because I have the document open. Met a friend here in Tokyo. And I said, yeah, let me take a look at a bunch of gold miners. I'm curious. So I have a list of gold miners to just quickly look at. We have AG. Oh, I don't like this chart at all. Man. This chart looks very ugly to me. Sorry, brother. I'm not gonna dox you. This looks ugly. I would not touch this. All the moving averages are dropping. They're all declining. Man. This is a weekly scale. Oh, look at that beautiful MRI right there. Beautiful MRI buy. My God. That is the time to buy right here. I would have still been a little scared because it was breaking MRI support and going to a new consolidated low. Man, First Majestic Silver Corporation. Oh, you guys know I hate silver. So I'm not surprised that silver is doing bad. But this is a stock I would not touch with a 10-foot pole. This looks ugly to me. Let's see. Maybe the next one's better. AOTVF. It's better. This is better. Not much better, but better. See, I don't like stocks going to new lows. I don't like it at all. So we're coming off new lows, but we haven't made new highs. I like that. Again, these are weekly charts, not daily. I like the bounce off this average, but I would only long this thing above the break of the prior swing high. And even then, my target would be very, very conservative. I think the stock will struggle to break the long-term moving average. Man, all right, what's next? ARGTF. Let's see, another OTC stock. This is better. See, this company launches, goes way up. They must have found a gold or silver deposit even during the pandemic. Now they pulled back to earth a little bit. Beautiful hammer candle. It's coming off a monthly MRI top, consolidating. To me, this is beautiful, but it still needs to break the MRI resistance line. And once it does, I think this stock has a shot. So this so far is my favorite out of the three. Let's go with AZZTF. The list of like 15 stocks. This is very similar to what we just looked at, but not as good. This company launches, goes down. That's the Tone Vays 50% off of IPO. It's got a monthly MRI buy. Oh, I'm sorry. That prior stock had a monthly MRI buy, not sell. Beautiful monthly MRI buy. Multiple monthly MRI buys, doesn't it? Yeah, right there. Monthly MRI buy. Shoots up. I like this. Not as good, but as the prior one, but good. Moving averages are consolidating. You're back to where it was at IPO. And I don't like it because it has horrible liquidity. And it is a straight up penny stock. But this has a shot. It has a shot. Also, it's so cheap that it can easily double. I can see that if they have a decent deposit or a decent mine going on. This is AZZ. Man, BNCHF. Oh, this I don't like. See, very different profile. Very different profile. Consolidation at the low. Back to the early consolidation off the IPO. And whatever they found, they probably couldn't, get it out of the ground or whatever. I don't like the moving averages. This is concerning. I would need to see this stock above both of these highs, above both moving averages to be rising, and then still my upside would be limited somewhere between 60 and 75 cents. But it has to break that red line. Next we have CBGZF. Nope, ugly, very ugly. I don't like this at all. I would wait for the moving averages to cross. Breaking the prior swing high would not even be enough. Again, weekly charts, monthly MRI buy, that's good. That makes me more comfortable. But again, this candle, even though it's a gravestone doji or a butterfly doji, I forget. Again, I'm confused. We're holding MRI support. We're at the lows, though. Obviously, you don't short 10-cent stocks, and there's only so far they can go down. But yeah, I would not rush into this. I would want the moving averages to cross, and my entry would only be above 15 cents. That would be my view on it. Next, CGLCF. CGLCF. Nope, I don't like this at all. Oh no, this looks bad to me. I don't like the moving averages. This is like the worst structure for the moving averages. We just broke MRI support line, which has been there forever. We are on an extension C buy. Maybe an MRI buy at the low. If this thing falls, somewhere below 20 cents, that would be a potential knife catch. The monthly MRI buy came in as well. Beautiful MRI top on a weekly right there. I wonder if you guys are like enjoying me going through these penny stock gold miners. Where's my? There it is. No, Tone didn't look at Tesla or Nio. I'll look at them in a second. That's a dragonfly. Thanks. Tone, keep talking politics. Who cares about insulting cattle people? Yeah, I agree. Why can't India or China be non-US financial capital other than Dubai? Too much corruption. And not enough trust. So the world will trust Dubai before they trust China or India for now. For now. Same thing with Russia. Like it takes a generation to alter trust, and no one knows what's going on in China. All right, I'm getting distracted from these stocks. I shouldn't have looked at the live chat. Okay. Next. Yeah, this I would only do. I would consider a knife catch below 25 cents or maybe even 20 cents if it like crashes and gives me an MRI buy at new lows. At this point, I needed to go to new lows. Just not good structure on TA. And HAMRF. Another silver. Silver mines have not looked good. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. So this is what I would want the other chart to look like. Again, MRI 5. I would wait at least another month and maybe catch an MRI at 10 cents. The structure here, I am not happy with at all. HSTXF. The silver stuff looks bad. See, this looks better. This looks way better. See, the moving averages are crossing over. That's bullish. It consolidated at the lows, at prior historical lows, and this chart actually has a history. I don't like its history though. It has a history, but it's terrible. But it has the ability to pump. So it was at the dirt bottom levels. So buying it on the MRI buy, at 17 cents, it didn't really hurt you much. You fell to 14 cents for a day or two. And now we went all the way up to 50 cents. That's a big move. We topped on an MRI top, 2 doji candles. Like again, if you put the tone Vays volume on this, look at this. With tone Vays volume, you see that both of these candles had red volume spikes. Boom and boom. That tells you that the stock's in trouble. And there was an MRI weekly, but that's a beautiful bullish volume. So I would have been bullish right here, but this candle would have taken me right out of the trade. They got earnings coming. and 1 to 4 candle correction, maybe as low as 25 cents. And then I think this stock has a chance, but it already touched. Well, anyway, this doesn't look bad. This is certainly better than those silver mines. MGD. I got like 3 more. PF. Because if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. And I have a spreadsheet open. No. Don't like this at all. Not happy with this pattern. I like to buy strength unless there is a indication of a knife catch. And this is not showing me any strength. This shows me like it has more downside. Of course, never short a 60-cent stock. I don't even know if it's possible. What is that? That's we got 3 more. PGLDF. I don't like it either. It needs to get above both moving averages, and then there'll be some upside to the MRI resistance. Above MRI resistance, however, things can happen. RVLGF. No comment. It's just a weird looking chart. MRI buy, that's good, but sitting below 3 moving averages, that's bad. So I would need this thing above 55 cents. And then I'd consider it, but then it's coming off the low, so that's when it'll probably get rejected. No comment on that one whatsoever. And finally, we have WGLIF. And I like this better. Again, MRI top, pulled back, starting to rise. So this is one of my favorites on the list. This is bullish to me. And I think the second one, AOTVF. Yeah, this one. No, not this one. Oh, it's better, but I already forgot which one I said. All right. People wanted me to look at Tesla and NIO, and then I'm calling it a day. I'm gonna go get some sushi. Tesla. Oh, that looks beautiful. Looks very bullish. Probably why the stock S&P rose so much, because of Tesla. Tesla looks great. It isn't a yearly MRI sell, so you got to be real careful. Oh, it finished its yearly MRI sell, but on a weekly scale looks good. Oh, or that was monthly scale. Nope, weekly scale. Looks good. Broken its highs, broken moving averages. Tesla looks really good. Tesla looks really good. Could be a 50% move. And then it sets up for new all-time highs. Tesla is good. And NIO looks terrible. This looks awful. They might go out of business. This looks awful. I wouldn't touch this at all. Monthly MRI buy. Still. I mean, no, it still looks bad. I would need to see some serious strength. I would need a weekly MRI buy. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Weekly MRI buy in a few weeks. Earnings is coming. You know, I would, if I was still an options trader, I would consider buying like cheap out of the money calls just on a miracle that between the monthly MRI and the weekly MRI coming in 2 weeks and earnings coming next week, that there is a chance that investors have been over pessimistic and earnings will surprise, kind of like this. Remember, positive earnings means that the company doesn't, well, the company still lost money. It's just that they didn't lose as much money as the people expected. Though after earnings, it crashed more and then rebounded. I mean, I'm not bullish on the chart, but it's possible that it could reverse. But the chart looks ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. FSM. What's FSM? I still don't like it. Guys, I'm very bearish on silver. I haven't even looked at the price of silver in forever, but I'm very bearish on silver. Look at that MRI top weekly. Whoa. Whoa. All right, time for me to go. Thank you all so much for watching. Please come out to the Financial Summit in Dubai if you want to discuss all kinds of trading strategies. Also unconfiscatable if you want to talk Bitcoin. And if you are looking to pick up the MRI, go to Tone Vays, Products and Services, MRI Indicator. Or if you're new to trading, check out the on-demand videos. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.